Welcome to the first class on peacemaking and peacekeeping. Before we delve deeper into the concepts of peacemaking and peacekeeping, we should start with defining the conflict. There are many definitions of conflict. One is that conflict is about perceived divergence of interests. We can ask the questions why perceived. Some interests may be compatible in some ways, but parties don't see it. They may have different positions on how to accomplish certain interests. For example, peace may be in the interests of both parties, but positions on what has to be done to get to peace may be different. Another definition of conflict tells us that conflict is the belief that if one party gets what it wants, the other or others will not be able to do so. This is called zero-sum thinking. Conflict is not always about interests and positions, but also depends on cultural and contextual frames and meanings. Conflicts can be deeply rooted in emotions, traumas, and value belief systems, particularly protracted conflicts. They become matter of losing face, broken relationships, as well as meaning that people attached to conflict have to be tackled. It is important to introduce the concepts of positive and negative peace developed by Johan Galtung, a Norwegian scholar and the father of peace studies. Negative peace refers to the absence of violence, while positive peace is about rebuilding of relationships, just systems, and reconciliation. In the aftermath of conflict, we usually have negative peace. Positive peace is a work in progress and it takes time. Conflict outcomes are as follows. Conflict management. It refers to the management of current hostilities, de-escalation and/or avoidance of future conflicts. Focus is on procedural responsibilities of parties and immediate issues. Second outcome is conflict resolution, an arrangement that responds to and satisfies all major issues in contention, including the root problems of identity, recognition, and security. The third outcome is conflict transformation. It focuses on transforming the relationships, interests, discourses, and, if necessary, the very constitution of society. There are different levels at which we can analyze conflict. At micro level, we are exploring the dynamics of individual and interpersonal behavior. At meso level, we look at the dynamics of large group and community level conflict. At macro level, we examine societal and structural conditions that cause conflict. This model represents parties' strategies for dealing with conflict. In the left upper corner, we have contending, which shows that the party is caring only for her or his own aspirations and not at all for aspirations of the other. In the right upper corner, we have collaboration, which suggests that the party is concerned about her own and other parties' aspirations and outcomes. Collaboration would be an ideal way of dealing with conflict. In the left lower corner, we have avoidance, which suggests low concern for your own and other parties' outcomes. And finally, low concern for your own and high concern for the other party's outcomes refers to the strategy called accommodation, which is usually about inaction and withdrawing. Goleman's nested model of conflict can serve as an excellent tool for conflict analysis. It suggests that conflicts are embedded in various structures. Conflicts can be about a specific issue. For example, conflict can be about a stolen jacket in a dormitory. Relationally, this conflict reveals certain patterns of interaction and relational problems among students, such as lack of trust. Structurally, or at a subsystemic level, the school may not have policies or a team of experts that would deal with such conflicts among students. Systemically, schools in this state may not have a culture or tradition of speaking openly about problems. This conflict curve shows processes for dealing with conflicts at different stages. We will focus particularly on peacemaking and peacekeeping stages. Peacemaking entails the diplomatic process of brokering an end to conflict, principally through the use of mediation, negotiation, and arbitration. It should lead to peace agreement. Peacekeeping, on the other hand, is the next stage, which entails deployment of peacekeeping forces that would maintain stability and ensure implementation of the peace agreement. This is all for now. Thanks for listening.